I don't think these headspaces we experiences are right or wrong. I don't think they're real, and they happen because they happen. And so
Right.
that's real. That's
Right.
real. And so it could be okay, you call it an illusion, but like an illusion isn't something that it doesn't exist. An illusion is just something that is not as it seems to be. So
Right.
these experiences, I think, are incredibly worthwhile because it shows. Yeah, and as soon as I say that, the other part of me is like, John, but they've been pretty awful, like, you know, and
You're
like, and
so
it,
funny because you do that in your writing too.
I know, I switch back and forth because I
It's
can't
good
quite
though.
figure it out. Yeah.
It's a strong, like, you could tell that you're really giving thought to this. And it's like, I love the uncertainty
Mm,
because, like, if we started there, we'd already be like 10 steps ahead. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
certainty that has always hurt me personally when, say, the medicalization of it, they were just so
Hmm.
certain about it. And I'm thinking, yeah, but I have a different perspective. Does my point count? Like,
Well,
we
that's
should
the
never dig.
peer. That's my friend. That is the peer support
Yeah.
mantra. Is like your lived experience is valuable. You know, like with this book, I hope to be kind of speculating and dancing around the issues, and honoring the fact that what I've gone through, like basically, it sound trivial, but I have a say in what what that means and what that is. Like
Yeah.
I think there's these like two. Well, if you reduce views into two views, there's like that the insider perspective, and then there's like that third person where there's like distance and there's an object that's created from that distance. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, the lived experience is super worthwhile, but it's just I find paradoxes start coming up when I try to talk about it because it's like how do you explain that feeling of just like pure connectedness and pure. And okay, so you use a word to use it, and then it's like, so that begs the question, well, what does that word mean? And
Yeah.
you use the word to define that word, and then that begs the question of what does that word mean?
Yeah. I know.
And like at some point it just is like,
Yeah.
like you just say, it's just like, I don't know, there's some, like for me there's two questions at hand when we talk about this, the spiritual. Like we can say that this reality, this metaphysical, this beyond the mundane exists, and that's one claim. And then another claim is to say what the nature, like to be able to describe the nature and to be able to fully relay what that experience
Yeah.
is. And
Right.
I'm pretty agnostic with the second one. um, but I've learned that there is some sort of beyond the material. I wouldn't necessarily say metaphysical because I think it exists here in our physical realm. It's just not matter, it's mind. And like what's the
Mm.
nature of minds? And like, oh, that's I just love philosophy so much. But I guess as an artist, I feel like it's not my job to have these like concrete claims, but just to kind of spark conversation about it.